in this, the first link which we are talking about. So you have to do Jupyter Online Editor, Project Jupyter, the first one link, try Jupyter Notebook, you have to go. In that, you need to select the Jupyter Lab. For those who have not installed Atoms and those who have not installed Python, they are going to work on this, because from today we are going to have full hands-on session. So every program that I'm going to tell you all, you're going to type those particular programs in your laptops. Okay, once you reach here, what you're going to do is that you're going to do File, New. Now in this, you're going to take Notebook. So again, I repeat, it's File, New, and in that you're going to select the, in New, there is a 2-3 options that you're getting, and in that option, you're going to select the Notebook option. And once you select the Notebook, then you can give your kernel as Python 3, and then start typing the program. This is the one method of doing the program. As we have discussed, even Gauri ma'am has discussed yesterday, this is one of the method to do the things. Another method for doing is that we need to have something called as an item that is installed in your PC. So yesterday ma'am has given you how the steps to install the item editor as well as the Python. Now let's start with the first program that we are going to do. We are going to first see the basic syntax in which we are going to accept the input from the user. So let's see how we are going to accept the user input from the user. First, I'll be doing in Atom, and then the same program I'll be taking it into Jupyter for your better understanding. So you can see over here, we're going to select, give a variable name. Say I have given the variable name as name. And in that, this input, as in your C program, you have scanf, printf, and so on. In this case, for taking input, you have an input variable that is there. It is an inbuilt keyword. After that, you have an opening bracket, and whatever comments you have to give, you have to give here, and then closing bracket. And then you're going to print my name is within the double quotes. You can give anything, but this variable name has to be the same variable name that we are giving here. Fine. So I have made this program. After that, I'm just going to save the program. Fine. Then come back to terminal. After coming to the terminal, I'll type Python, whatever program I have given. I have given the program name as 1-user inputs. Fine. So it will be 1-. I don't need to give the entire program name. I can just give a tab. After giving the tab, you can see automatically the name of the program that you have written will come. Only the initial few words you need to type. Fine. After that, it is asking what is your name. So I have given Nadav. Fine. And then it is printing on the console that the name that was taken as an input was Nadav. Fine. So this is the first program that we are doing. We are taking an input from the user and printing it on the screen. Fine. Is it clear to everyone? People just give me a thumbs up so that at least I come to know that you all are understanding what I'm taking. Even the diploma student who had an issue, please. अच्छा, जिसने repeat बोला है, for them I'll just repeat again. We just have to take an input from the user. For taking an input from the user, what we are going to do, there is an inbuilt keyword input in Python. Okay, तो ये input variable, input keyword हम use करेंगे. उसके बाद में you need to give whatever you want to give. Say what is your name or what is your age, whatever you're dealing with, you're going to write that particular thing over here. Along with that, I have given an variable name as name, which is, I can see the entire thing which will be typed on the console will come in this particular variable name. And then I'm printing this. For printing, the simple syntax is that you have a print statement, a print word keyword, opening bracket and closing bracket. As an in a C language, within the double quotes, you can give whatever values you want to give. And this variable name should be same as this, because the data that you're fetching is in this particular variable name. Fine. This is the first program. Now let's proceed further. As it is saying in this, anything given to the input string, input will be a string. So what will happen is that whenever you are taking an input, every time the input that you are giving, for example, in this case, in variable name, the input that we are getting will be a string. But sometimes it may happen that we need an integer value, we need a float value. Let's proceed how we are going to do that. If you see, I'm taking a input as a number. I want to enter the first number, enter the second number. Fine. So how I'm going to deal with this particular things is that I'm going to typecast this particular thing. That means to variable A and B, I'm going to typecast. Let's first understand how it is going to throw an error. So I have written A is equal to input, enter the first number, B is equal to input, enter the second number. And I'm printing the number. Up till this point, there will be no issue because it is just taking the number and displaying the number. The issue will arise when you're going to do the calculation. For example, let us see over here, C is equal to A divided by B, which I have just commented. This is a symbol for comment. If you see,
Excuse
this
me,
is
ma'am.
the symbol for comment. Okay. So
Excuse me,
what,
ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, you can increase the font of code. It's very small.
Okay, fine. I'll increase it. Is it visible to everyone now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking in a variable A, a number, in a variable B, another number. Okay, I'm printing. Up till this point, there will be no issue. Let's execute this program and see. So I can, okay, I'll just save it because I don't know. See, it is asking enter the first number. So I can enter 3, I can enter any number. Fine. Up till this point, it is just printing the number. The first number is, second number is. It's not creating any issue. But as soon as I just uncomment this, C is equal to A divided by B. Now it will give an error. Why it will give an error? Because as I have told you, the numbers that it is taking will be of the type string. So you can see there will be some error like this that will occur because it is saying that there is something that is creating an issue. String cannot be have a division operation that can be there. So for
Ma'am,
that
can you
reason, it
please
is
increase
creating
the
an
font size?
issue. Yes. So how to solve this particular problem? So here if you can see the same thing I have taken the first number, I have taken the second number. Okay. The only thing what I am doing is that I'm converting into float. You can see here I'm typecasting a particular value that I am getting from the command prompt. Over here I'm getting in num1 the first number, in num2 I'm getting the second number, and typecasting it to float and then adding that particular number. Clear to everyone? And then I'm displaying the number. So I can just display the number by giving print result is, then there is a comma and sum. With this, I'll get the value of whatever was the sum. Let's execute the program. File, save. This is the second program that we are doing. We execute by Python. The program name, as I've told you, just give the initial letters and then you can just type it as you can give tab and then work on it. You need to save the program with .py extension. If you don't save with py extension, it will create an issue. So I have saved the program
Ma'am,
with
can you
.py
please increase the
extension.
font size?
I'm taking the first number, I'm taking the second number, and it is doing calculation. The sum of the result is, you can see 1, 2, third. The third line is saying the result is. So here what we have printed it, the result is. Up to this point, clear to everyone?
Ma'am, please increase the font size.
Yes, yes. I will increase the font size again. Okay. Again, I repeat how I have done. I have taken the first number. As I have told you, the first number will be whatever number we are getting from the command prompt will be a string. We need to typecast it to some other data type. So here you can see I have typecasted it to float data type and num1 as float, num2 as float. And then I am adding both of them using this plus sign and then printing the result. This is how you can typecast, because whatever you take from the command prompt will be of the type string. You need to typecast it to whatever data type you want to work on. This is one method of doing. Now let's proceed how to display the things in another way. If you can see here, I have written print sum of 0 and 1 is 2. You can see there is a curly bracket that I have used. Okay, these are called as the placeholders. So what we need to do is that whenever we are giving this placeholder, along with that, here we have to mention towards the right side, after this dot format, you need to give the sequence in which your placeholder will be used. So here you can see for 0, the placeholder for 0 will be num1, for 1 it will be num2, and for 2 it will be sum. इसका मतलब क्या होगा, हर एक प्लेस होल्डर को अपनी अपनी स्पेस यहाँ से वैल्यूज मिल जाएंगे, दैट इज num1, num2 and sum. You can display the thing in this way also. This is using the placeholders we can display the result. Now another method is that we can use display using variables. Okay, if I don't want this indexes 0, 1, 2, I want something like this number 1, number 2, so that I understand. Whenever you're working as a coder, you do not understand this 0, 1, 2. So it is always a convention that you have something like this number 1 or some proper uh, identifier used, such that later when you open the program, you come to know what was the value used over here. If I give 0, actually I'll not understand when next time when I open the code what was the actual thing here. So what we do is that they maintain some proper identifiers. So here if I'm taking like this number 1, number 2 and add, again I can have this number 1 should be replaced by num1, which was the first value. Then number 2 should be replaced by num2. Then add should be replaced by the sum variable that has been calculated. Fine. This is one method of using the print statement. I want all of you all to actually work on it. Are all doing this?
Ma'am, give them some time for
Yes, ma'am.
implementation.
Yeah. You can do this up till this point. I'll wait for some time. Then you can. We'll proceed further. I'll open the
Ma'am,
screen. Yeah, I'll open the screen.
Ma'am, increase the font, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm increasing the font. Take this first one.
Please one from Jupyter Lab.
I'll use Jupyter. Okay. In Jupyter, those who are doing on Jupyter, for them, see, it is the same way what we need to do. You just have to take this code. Okay. Copy it. Here is my Jupyter editor. So I'm going to take the same code and paste it. But it's not getting pasted. Paste cell below. Okay, I'll type the thing. I'll take A is equals to input enter the first number B equals to input enter the second number. Fine. With this, you can input the numbers that are there, and for executing the program, there is a, you can see here, triangular run option. So you can click over here. Okay. So when you execute here, it will ask you the things. How many of you all are working on Jupyter? Just let me know how many of you all are working on Jupyter. आपके मैसेज पे टाइप करना कितने लोग Jupyter पे वर्क कर रहे हैं. Just type the message because you are not audible to me properly. Okay, many of you all are working on Jupyter, I suppose. I'll start doing on Jupyter then.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm using Google Colab.
You can use, not an issue. If you are getting the correct output, there's no issue in using that also.
Okay.
All are requested to put the name of the editor which are using, Jupyter or Atom. In chat box,
Okay. See people, simple program I have typed on Jupyter, printing hello, and then I have just taken a equal to 10, b equals to 20 and done addition. Okay. The similar way, you can see there are different iterations over here, this shade, and after that you will get the output of whatever you are doing. Fine. So on the same thing, what you want to do is type this. A is equal to input the first number, B is equal to input the second number, and then print the thing. Can you all do this? I've just opened the screen for you all.
बाहर देखेंगे सर तो बाहर से देखेंगे आपको
Yes, people, all are done. Okay, let me proceed further. The next part, which I was telling you, that you have to input the numbers and add two numbers and display it in using this simple method, and then display the same thing using indexes and variables. हो गया सबका? Okay, I'm proceeding for the further part. Now this part is done by everyone, I suppose. Displaying the sum using indexes and you displaying the sum using different variables. Omkar, is it done? Shall I proceed? Yes, Omkar, is it done? Yes.
Yes,
Diploma,
ma'am.
any
Yes,
student,
ma'am.
can you
Yes,
just
ma'am. Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it done? Diploma के कोई भी एक student बता दो.
No, ma'am.
झाले ना? Okay, I'll
Yes.
proceed further. Now you can see there are different basic operators in Python. Okay, there are arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment, logical, bitwise operator, membership operator, and identity operator. Let's take the basic example of your arithmetic operator. So your arithmetic operator have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, and floor division. Okay. Let's see the basic example for this. See here I'm doing. What I want you all to do is that take this, do addition, do subtraction, and then multiplication, you can do it. And for division, take an input from the user and do the division and then print the value of the division. So what you're going to do, take the value of variables, do addition, print it, do subtraction, print it, do multiplication, and then print it. For division, you're going to take the value from the user and then do the division. For exponential, you can take these values and proceed further. Let's first start with the basic. Take the addition, subtraction, and multiplication thing. People, I want you all to do it, okay? That's why I'm waiting. Done, everyone?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Is it done?
Can you please explain again about? Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you please explain again how to put values between printf statement? Sorry, only print statement.
Okay. See, while putting the values, you can see here. Now, this is a simple method in which you have a print and then you're directly putting sum in which you're getting the value from this particular sum variable. This is one of the methods. Okay. Another method is that if you have indexes, I mean, you can put indexes of like this in which you give in double curly brackets, you're going to give the indexes. So here you can see the sum of 0 and sum of 1 is 2. Okay. So what will happen, this 0 index will take the value from this num1. Fine. When I execute the program, I'll just write over here, delay, and execute the program and show you all. So I'm running the program Python 2 dash the second. This is my program name. So I'm getting the first number as 4 and 6. So you can see this value, the sum of 4 and 6. You can see this was 0th index, this was 1 index, and this was your sum that you are getting. So what actually it has done is that it has replaced this 0 index by the first element from here, num1. Similarly, 1 has been replaced by num2, 2 is replaced by sum. The same thing can be done using different variables. Okay. So in num1, number 1 over here will be replaced by num1. Similarly, number 2 will be replaced by num2. And your add will be replaced by sum. This is how we're going to proceed. So this everything, the important thing that lies over here is that we need to put this in the curly bracket. If it is not mentioned, that it will display it as a normal comment given in your printf statement. All are done by printing this. Printing हो गया सबका?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अब
Yes,
बेसिक ऑपरेटर के लिए जाते हैं. बेसिक ऑपरेटर को मैंने क्या बताया? बस एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन जो नॉर्मल है ये आप कर लो. उसके बाद में हम इनपुट फ्रॉम यूजर लेकर डिवीजन करेंगे, एक्सपोनेंशियल एंड फ्लोर डिवीजन करेंगे. This is normal. You can do it, isn't it? All the people who are working on Jupyter, even that is easy for you all. You can just take the variables and do it. So what actually addition do? It will add the values, subtraction, subtracts the value, whatever is given, that like a normal addition, subtraction. Then comes your modulus. Okay, multiplication and division are also normal. That means it is just multiplying the numbers and dividing the numbers. Now modulus, what modulus will do is that divides left hand operand by right hand operand and returns the remainder. So you can see the modulus will return the remainder. Whereas floor division, there is floor division. You can see this is double slanting line that is there, forward slash, backward slash. Now what this does is that the division of operand where the result is the quotient. So modulus will return you the remainder and floor division will return you the quotient of a number. So while doing the program, you should get accordingly the output. So you can see for division, we have done C is equal to A divided by D. All are done with addition, subtraction and multiplication so that I can proceed with division.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अब देखो डिवीजन में क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोगों ने, मैंने बोला है कि यहाँ से हम लोग यूजर से इनपुट लेंगे. फाइन. So let's execute the program and see. I'll comment all about things because you have already done with that. So this is the way you need to comment the thing. Okay. Now I'm entering the values from the user and typecasting into the type of integer. Int data type में मैंने जो भी string आ रहा है उसको convert किया और उसको variable a और b में लिया and after that I'm doing the division of that particular thing, numbers that I'm getting. So let's execute the program. I'm doing Python space 3 dash. I give a tab. With that I get my program name. Enter the first number. So let me say 6 and the second number I say 2. Okay. So you can see the C value after division I am getting at 3. Correct. Now let's come to exponential part. Exponential इसमें कैसे देते हैं? तो यहाँ पर हम लोगों को 2 stars are given for exponential. Fine. Whatever value you are getting to left hand side, then 2 stars and then the next value. So it will be 3 raised to 2. That is 3 into 3. The answer you will get is 9. So division will return the answer of 9. Let's come to floor division. What was the floor division did I say? Floor division क्या था? क्या रिटर्न करेगा? अमित फ्लोर डिवीजन क्या रिटर्न करेगा? People at least respond me so that I come to know that I am in मेरा इसमें रेंज है इंटरनेट का. Sachin is there? People respond.
मैम क्वेश्चन.
हाँ, हम लोगों ने क्या बोला था कि वो क्वोशंट रिटर्न करेगा. फाइन. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग जब 10 फ्लोर डिवीजन 5, so what it should return? It should return 2. Fine. So you will get the answer as 2. I have taken f as 10 and g as 5. So A is equal to f floor division of g. The answer that you will get is answer 2. So you can see you will get the answer as 2 over here. So it is after floor division, the answer that you will get is 2. So I save it again. I come to command prompt. I will run to my program. This was for initial and you can see E value of the floor division is 2. All are able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Wherever possible, I'll increase the font. ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पर हम लोग का आंसर सबका सेम आना चाहिए, तो फ्लोर वैल्यू तुम्हारा 2 आना चाहिए. That is what we are getting here. Okay, and then after modulus you will get the remainder value. So 10 divided by 5 will give you 10 modulus 5 will give you 0 as the remainder. So on your command prompt you should get 0. Clear to everyone? Up till this point all have done the program. Okay, I'll proceed further. Lines and indentation. Now in Python, indentation is one of the very important part, because you can see Python does not use this bracket. जैसा हम लोग C++ या C में use कर सकते हैं, for loop में curly brackets वगैरह डालते हैं. Like that in Python it is not used. What is important in Python is that indentation, how your flow is happening, it depends upon how you are giving the indentation. So it is saying that Python does not use braces to indicate block of code for class and function definition of flow control. Block of code are denoted by line indentation, which is rigidly enforced. The number of space in indentation is variable. This means that कि आप कितने भी space दे सकते हो. मान लो एक for loop है, for loop के अंदर आपने एक indentation दिया है, तो आप 2 indentation देके भी start करते हैं, लेकिन उसके सारे जो नीचे के elements रहना चाहिए वो same line में आना चाहिए. If there is some mismatch in that, then it will not consider that particular statement as a part of a for statement. Okay, we'll learn about this. Let's see a simple program for indentation. ठीक है, अभी a is equal to 10 मैंने एक वेरिएबल दिया है. If a equal to 10, I have written print. You can see this print I have given a bit inside. यहाँ पे मैंने इसको अंदर दिया है. Fine. So if I run this particular program, it will not create any issue. So I'm running this program. Python. Okay. So you can see a is less than 10. I'm getting the output. But the same thing, if I just change the indentation, I have taken if and this print statement together. Now it will not consider this print as a part of if. And if there is nothing in the if, it should throw an error. So here I'll see, it is saying that indentation error expected. यानी if के बाद में कोई तो line होनी चाहिए, isn't it? When you are executing an if statement, there has to be some line. If that is not there, and it is not considering print as any part of any of the above paragraphs. So what it is doing is that it's throwing an error. So whenever I'm writing, I need to give space. I can give as many number of space I want, but only thing the next statement that I write here should be just below this particular print statement. It cannot happen that I write one print here and एक space देकर दूसरा print किया. It cannot happen. If I want within this if statement, it has to be in the same indentation format. So kindly execute and see this program. It should get executed. Okay. All are done. Let's come to multi-line statement. Now, what happens as soon as the program ends or a line ends, then Python consider it as a different. The new line will be a different statement. So it states that statement in Python typically ends with new line. यानी जैसे ही तुम्हारी line खत्म हो जाती है, उसके next जो line पर रहेगा वो नया statement रहेगा. But it may happen that you want some words to be in continuation, isn't it? So there is some operator this, which can be used for making a line in continuation. And second point says that the statement contained within square bracket, curly bracket and round brackets do not need to use a line continuation. इसको line continuation की जरूरत नहीं रहती है. Let's see one example based on this. So there is multi-line. See, if I want to say I have defined variable item 1 is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Now I don't want item 1 to be printed alone, item 2 alone, and I have used this indication, or Python has provided a forward slash in which we can use continuation. So let's execute this program and see. Okay, so you can see you're getting the value as 6. So it has used this plus item 2 plus item 3. So all are taken in continuation. Yes.
Ma'am, can you please explain this program again?
Yes. See what happened? जब हमें कोई चीज कंटिन्यूशन में चाहिए, फाइन, इट मे हैपन दैट कि आपका यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा कोडिंग हो जाए. ओके, यू आर हैविंग 2 bit, देन it may happen that you may need to take it on the new line. Fine. To take it on the new line, Python has provided this forward slash in which you can place, and the next element that is there or the element on the new line will be considered as a part of this. So it will be somewhat similar to item 1 plus item 2 प्लस आइटम 3. ठीक है, यानी अगर ऐसा होगा सिचुएशन कि हमें एक ही लाइन में नहीं लिखने आ रहा है तो हम कैसे कंटिन्यू करेंगे, क्योंकि पाइथन में जैसे ही न्यू लाइन पे जाएगा वो उसको नया स्टेटमेंट कंसीडर करेगा. बट दिस इज नॉट अ न्यू स्टेटमेंट, इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. So what they have provided this which will be taking the next line in continuation with the previous line. So this entire statement given is equal to the thing which I have written over here, in which we are calculating the total. The only difference that is there is that ये हमने एक लाइन में लिखा है, बट सिचुएशन ऐसी हो सकती है कि एक लाइन में नहीं लिख पाएंगे, तो हम लोग ये वाला फॉरवर्ड स्लैश यूज करके इसको कंटिन्यूएशन में लिख सकते हैं. फाइन. सो विद दैट आल्सो इफ यू कैन सी द आउटपुट वी आर गेटिंग इज करेक्ट, यानी हमें यहाँ पे 6 आउटपुट मिल रहा है, which is equal to item 1 1 plus 2 plus 3, which will give you total 6, and it is getting printed here.
Okay ma'am.
Clear to everyone?
मैम ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन को भी चलेगा ना सेम?
After everything it will work. जहां पे भी अगर तुमको सिंपल अगर लिखना होगा my name is ओमकार एंड so on, और वो लाइन बहुत एक्सटेंड हो रही है और न्यू लाइन पे अगर आपका आ जाता है तो वो क्या करता है, वो न्यू लाइन पे प्रिंट करेगा आपका, तो उसलिए आप स्ट्रिंग को भी स्लैश देकर कंटिन्यूएशन में ले सकते हैं. इट विल वर्क फॉर ऑल ऑपरेटर्स.
ओके मैम.
Okay, I'll just take the small part, square root part. Now if you see, अगर हमें कोई चीज का स्क्वायर रूट निकालना होता है, so I have taken num equals to 9. ठीक है, or I can take an input from the user. You can work accordingly. You can take it in this way or take from the user. Up till now we are clear that it can be done in any way. Okay, now we can do it square root by using this method num exponential 0.5. 0.5 मतलब 1/2, वो equal to square root होता है. So you will get the square root value accordingly over here. The square root of a number is whatever value you are getting from num square root. Now how to print this, we have seen in previous how the numbers need to be printed. Okay, now when there is a complex number, ये simple numbers का आपको आ गया, ये हम लोग कैसे करते हैं, सिर्फ रेस टू एक्सपोनेंशियल 0.5 करेंगे तो स्क्वायर रूट आ जाएगा. फाइन. फॉर कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर हाउ यू गोइंग टू डू, सो देयर इज सम मेथड, देयर इज सम इंपोर्टिंग लाइब्रेरी CMath. CMath हम लोग इंपोर्ट करते हैं फॉर कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. फाइन. एंड इफ आई हैव टू फाइंड दी, this is your complex number, I have taken in one of the variable the complex number, and using CMath library there is an inbuilt sqrt function which will return you the value. ठीक है, तो देखो अभी यहाँ पे 8 - 6j का मुझे निकालना है, तो मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पर cmath.sqrt num यहाँ पर प्लेस कर दिया. फाइन. नाउ लेट्स सी द आउटपुट दैट यू आर गेटिंग, स्क्वायर रूट कॉम्प्लेक्स. ओके, सो आई विल हैव Python square root complex. ठीक है, आपको यहाँ पे 3 प्लस और माइनस 1j मिल रहा है, करेक्ट. Now let's see whether the output that you are getting is correct or not. So if you see, the simplest method to calculate the square root is that if it is 8 minus 6 है, we have a plus ib से हम लोग फाइंड आउट करते हैं, और यहाँ पे माइनस साइन है इसलिए a स्क्वायर माइनस बी स्क्वायर प्लस 2ab i वाला फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे. फाइन, a स्क्वायर माइनस बी स्क्वायर को 8 दे देंगे और माइनस 6 को 2ab दे देंगे, तो इससे ab की वैल्यू तुम्हारी -3 आ जाएगी. और फिर ये जब वैल्यू सिलेक्ट करते हैं हम लोग, ये देखते हैं कि यहाँ पर -3 into -1 will give you -3, isn't it? And square of this will give you 9. 3 square will give you 9. -1 will be equal to 8, which is towards your left side. यानी a square minus b square का आपका 8 वैल्यू आता है. कैसे? 3 square minus 1 square will give you the value of 8. So your answer will be plus or minus 3 minus 1 और 3 plus 1. तो यहाँ पर जो हमें वैल्यू मिल रही है, यहाँ पर इट्स द करेक्ट वैल्यू, दैट इज 8 minus 6j is having the value of 3 plus or minus 1j. So basically what I wanted to tell you all in Python programming is that there is a inbuilt CMath library which can be imported for complex number, and then you can find the square root of that particular number. Clear to everyone? करके देखो ये प्रोग्राम. I want you all to do this program. All are with me?
मैम वो थोड़ा स्लाइड करो ना प्रोग्राम को.
ओके, आप यहाँ तक तो पहुंचो, फिर मैं आगे स्लाइड करती हूँ. ये डॉट फॉर्मेट है जैसे हमने प्रीवियस इसमें किया है. प्लीज सी देयर इज अ डॉट एंड दैट आई एम टेकिंग इट ऑन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. डॉट फॉर्मेट num comma num square dot real. अब इसमें देखो num square root of real number and num square root of imaginary number, because there are two things in it. There are real number and imaginary number, isn't it? So accordingly we are finding that, and this is done by CMath, which is an inbuilt library which I am importing from the Python libraries. I want everyone to do the programs, okay? Is there anybody who is not getting it? Kindly let me know if you're not getting, okay?
मैम.
Yes.
हेलो मैम, वो प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट आपने
हाँ बोलो ना.
फर्स्ट प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट है ना, सेकंड लाइन.
देखो प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट हमने क्या किया, स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ. ओके, अब ये 0th इंडेक्स है. 0th इंडेक्स मतलब क्या, तुम्हारी ये वैल्यू होंगी 8 minus 6j. जैसे मैंने तुमको क्या बताया था, ये इंडेक्स वैल्यू रहता है, ठीक है? तो इसमें जो भी तुम यहाँ पर डॉट फॉर्मेट के बाद में पहला नंबर लिखोगे वो उसमें आ जाएगा, ठीक है? तो क्या होगा, 0th इंडेक्स को नम मिलेगा. फाइन, और वो क्या करेगा, अब ये बाद में का प्रिंट करेगा रियल नंबर और इमेजिनरी नंबर, जो कि वो कैलकुलेट करेगा CMath लाइब्रेरी में. CMath लाइब्रेरी इनबिल्ट तुम्हारा रियल और इमेजिनरी नंबर को अलग अलग कैलकुलेट करता है.
ओके.
जिसको ये अभी समझने ये मुश्किल हो रही है, जस्ट सी हियर आल्सो वी हैव डन इट ना. आई टोल्ड यू 0th इंडेक्स जब भी हम लोग ये कर्ली ब्रैकेट यूज करते हैं तब डॉट फॉर्मेट बोलकर यूज कर रहे हैं. डॉट फॉर्मेट में num1 मतलब 0th इंडेक्स. यहाँ पे अगर कर्ली ब्रैकेट में 1 दिया है मतलब जो भी सेकंड रहेगा वो उसका वो इंडेक्स उसका वैल्यू उठा लेगा, और यहाँ पे 2 जो रहेगा ये वैल्यू इसका उठा लेगा जो सीक्वेंस में तुम दे रहे हो. तो ये इसका मेथड है प्रिंट करने का. तो सेम थिंग वी आर ट्राइंग टू अप्लाई इट इन द स्क्वायर रूट फंक्शन. Clear to everyone?
ये 0.3 की दी है आपने ब्रैकेट में कर्ली ब्रेसेस में.
ये मैंने प्रिंट किया है. So you can see the output over here that I am getting na 3 plus or minus 10j. You're getting. तो हम लोग जो भी करली ब्रैकेट में रहते हैं ना वो उसको रिप्लेस कर देता है जो भी तुम्हारे रियल और इमेजिनरी नंबर आ रहा है ना उससे. ये एंटायर, मैं इसको कुछ भी नाम दे सकती हूँ. इट डजंट मैटर. व्हाट इट इज गोइंग टू डू इज दैट इट इज गोइंग टू रिप्लेस दिस फर्स्ट with the first value. This 0th will be replaced by the 0th value. 2 will be replaced by the second value with a floating 0.3 का float value से. Okay. Okay, I'll proceed further. All are done with that? Was
Yes,
there any
ma'am.
issue in that?
No, ma'am.
मैं proceed करूँ या wait करूँ?
Proceed, ma'am.
Proceed further. All have got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
I have told you how to compare the answer also, whether you're getting it. It has to be correct answer, but for our understanding, we should know that it is a correct answer. For that, I have shown you simple method कि कैसे करना है. वो जो mathematical में use कर सकते हैं हम लोग a square minus b square वाला, जिसमें a minus a square minus b square plus 2aib बोलकर करके calculate करते हैं हम लोग. Okay, that is a simple method that we come to know whether we are getting the correct answer or not. Then let's proceed to if else statement now. First, let us find the different comparison operator. C language की तरह even Python has the same operators. So you can see there is an equal to operator, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to operators are there. So if you see here, assume variable a holds the value of 10. अगर मान लो हम लोग variable a को 10 value दे रहे हैं, okay? Is it visible to everyone? अगर a को हम लोग 10 वैल्यू दे रहे हैं, if there is a comparison operator, then naturally it will not return true because a is not equal to b, because b is holding the value of 20. If it is not equal to, naturally it will return true because both are not equal. Similarly, if a is greater than b, a 10 hold कर रहा है, b 20 hold कर रहा है, a is not greater than b, it has to return not true. And for less than, it will return true. For greater than equal to, again it will return not true. And for less than equal to, it will return true. These are the basic operator comparison operators that we will be using. Now this operator will be using for if else statement. So let's first try to understand how an if else statement works. So if you see, like a simple C language program, we have if, condition and statement. The only difference that arises is that there is a colon placed here. You can see there is a colon placed here. Along with that, the second thing is that indentation matters. After if, this has to be one space inside. Okay. Now this if is a condition. So else, if condition is executed, else will not be executed. So ये दोनों same level पे है. For that reason, you can see there is no indentation gap between if and else. यानी if जिस level पे है, else भी उसी level पे होगा. लेकिन else का statement will be a bit inside. So you can see the statement over here, in case of else, is also written one space inside as written for the if statement. Clear? So let's do a simple program for if. I want you all to do this program. Write a program to accept number from user A and B. Compare if A is greater than B or not. If A is greater than B, then print A is greater than equal to B, else print A is less than B. Okay? प्रोग्राम समझने आ गया सबको? हमें सिर्फ क्या करना है, यूजर से इनपुट लेना है, कंपेयर करना है कि a ग्रेटर देन b है क्या. अगर a ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू b रहेगा, so it is going to print it is greater than equal to b, else it is going to print a is less than b.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. The screen is not available.
बोलो. Screen is not available.
Yeah.
For everyone is the same, nothing is there.
चालू है मैम, चालू है.
Might be a network issue, dear. Just log out and log in again. Because my screen is sharing. ठीक है, अभी ये हमको प्रोग्राम बनाना है, तो हम लोग चलो बेसिक प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं if else का. अभी मैंने क्या बताया, ए हम लोग यूजर से इनपुट लेंगे. सो व्हाट आई हैव डन, ए इज इक्वल टू इनपुट एंटर द फर्स्ट नंबर. Similarly, B is equal to input, enter the second number. Condition says if A is greater than equal to B and there is a colon after this, very important. Indentation before print is very important. It is one space inside and it is printing A is greater than equal to B. Fine. Then there is an else which will be at the same indentation level as if. Then there will be a colon. Okay. And print A is less than B. Very simple statement. Now let's execute this program. This is the sixth program. So Python 6 dash. ठीक है, एंटर द नंबर. अगर मैंने फर्स्ट नंबर समझो 5 डाला है, सेकेंड नंबर 4 डाला है. नाउ इट इज A is greater than or equals to B. Fine. So it is going in this particular loop. I want all of you to execute because indentation matters in this. Execute करो और मैसेज में thumbs up send करो once you're done. Jupyter people, are you getting? The same thing need to be typed in Jupyter. There's no issue in that. People, you all are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, people, after doing, kindly put it on chat box.
डाल दिया मैम.
Okay, shall I proceed further now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let's take another program. Write a program to accept amount from user. If the amount is less than 1000, then discount is equal to amount into 0.05. L discount is equal to amount into 0.1. Also print the discount and net payable amount. तो अभी इसमें क्या करना होगा आपको, एक तो अमाउंट इनको इनपुट लेनी होगी यूजर से. फाइन. इफ कंडीशन लगानी होगी, अमाउंट इज लेस देन 1000, देन डिस्काउंट इज इक्वल टू अमाउंट इनटू 0.5. एल्स कंडीशन में आएगा आपका, और इसके ऊपर आपका जब इफ कंडीशन रहेगा आप प्रिंट भी करोगे डिस्काउंट, और एल्स कंडीशन में फिर से कैलकुलेट करोगे, प्रिंट करोगे डिस्काउंट, एंड देन लास्ट में नेट पेएबल अमाउंट रहेगा आपका. अमाउंट प्लस discount will give you the net payable amount. Amount minus discount will be the net payable amount. Will you be able to do this program? I'll give you 2 minutes to do it. और जिसको नहीं समझ रहा है काइंडली मुझे पूछना. Aditya, are you able to do? Okay, I'll continue with the program. Now see how you have to do this program. What I have asked you is that you need to take an amount from the user. So here you can see amount is equal to int. Again, I am typecasting it to integer data type. Int, enter the amount. So with this, we are entering the amount. If amount is less than 1,000, so there you can see we have put a semicolon. Then discount is equal to amount into 0.05 and print discount, and then we have printed the discount. This, there are different methods I have told you for print statement. You can use indexing and so on, whatever you feel is comfortable by the different methods that we have done. You can print it in anyhow. So we have printed discount. Else again we have done the calculation by whatever formula was given, and then we have printed the discount if amount is greater than 1,000, and then print the payable amount. सबका इसका आगे आगे कैसे एग्जीक्यूट करना है? People, I'm just leaving the meeting and joining back because there is some screen issue going on.
मैम वो इशू नहीं है आपका.
So all are getting the answer. In this, we are getting the payable amount and the net amount that we are having. Okay, let's proceed further now.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, your screen and your voice was not available. Please, you have an network problem, so please explain.
Okay, fine. See, I was explaining. I'll present the screen. Now you can see what we have done is that in this we are taking the amount using INT because I'm typecasting this and again taking the amount. And as per the problem statement, it was said that if amount is less than 1000, then discount is equal to amount into 0.05. So what we are doing here is that we are calculating using this particular formula 0.05 because it was giving in the problem statement. After that, I'm printing it. Now you can see what matters over here is that this indentation. After if, it has to be one space inside. Now whatever discount and print that I have written here, they both are one space inside the if loop. Okay, because it is within this, it will consider both discount line and the print line as a lines that are within the if statement. Now if you see in a C program also, you have if, you get curly bracket, conditions, and then what you do, what all conditions are given, and close the curly bracket as I've written here. Fine. So same thing is there. The only thing is, the difference is that we are going to give indentation instead of the curly bracket. Fine. Again, for else statement, you have else and a colon placed here. And then again doing the calculation as per what is the given problem statement. It was said that discount is equal to amount into 0.01 and then printing it. Then printing the net payable amount as per what was the problem statement given. तो यहाँ पे important चीज क्या है कि आपने if के बाद में जो भी conditions लिखने हैं या statements लिखने हैं उसको one space inside लेना है. If और else को same indentation पे रखना है, colon देना है आपको without forgetting, and then within the else whatever are there, your statements are there, we need to give one space inside, which will be same space inside that you had in an if statement. Okay, अब ये print देखो, इसको मैंने level पे same रखा है जो if और else के level पे है, क्योंकि ये if या else का पार्ट नहीं है. जो net payable amount है ये if या else का पार्ट नहीं है, ये individual पार्ट है. तो इसीलिए इसको क्या किया, if और else के level पे रखा है. Fine. And then we execute the program. So if you can see, if you execute the program and you get the amount as 1000, you have discount of 100 and net payable amount of 900. Okay, this is how you're going to write a simple if else program. Clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I proceed further then. This was again the same program that I wanted to take, that nested if else कैसे करते हैं. उससे पहले मैं आपको सिंटैक्स बता देती हूँ nested if else का. अब कैसे होता है, आप if के अंदर if यूज कर सकते हैं या else if यूज कर सकते हो. तो यहाँ पर देखो जो पहला है if एक्सप्रेशन, इसका मतलब क्या, if आएगा आप कोई भी एक्सप्रेशन लिखोगे और उसके बाद में स्टेटमेंट्स लिखोगे, जैसे अभी हम लोगों ने नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम में किया, इससे पहले जो प्रोग्राम में किया. यू कैन अगेन हैव एन if statement, if expression and statement. There is an EL if also. What this EL if indicate that it is an else if, and then you have some statement within that. तो क्या होता है आपका, अगर ये ऊपर वाला यानी सेकेंड वाला if एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होता है तो वो else if में जाता है. अगर हमें बहुत सारे एक के अंदर एक if लिखना है, we can go it in that way also. But the standard that we maintain is that we go if, else if, else if, else. else मतलब क्या, ऊपर के कोई भी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा तो वो else स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. So let's see a program for this. If you see this program, you are taking input from the users. Okay, if A is greater than B, printing A is greater than B, and it is saying if this if condition is not satisfied, then go to else if condition. Similar to our C program. In C program also we have an else if loop, in which we give if condition is not satisfied, then you can go for an else if statement. In the same way, the only thing now this is that in this indentation, this if, else if, and else will all be at the same level. तो आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे मैंने ये तीनों को सेम लेवल पे रखा है, एल्स इफ एंड एल्स स्टेटमेंट को, और उसके अंदर के जो भी रहेंगे स्टेटमेंट उसको वन स्पेस इन अंदर डाला है. सो यू कैन सी प्रिंट ए इज ग्रेटर देन बी, print a is less than c condition, or print if and else if never ran. This all are one space inside to the level of if, else if and else. तो if के अंदर आप कितने भी स्टेटमेंट लिख सकते हो. मान लो यहाँ पर मैंने सिंगल स्टेटमेंट लिखा है, I can have n number of statement written here. So I can have this, I can have this. But what thing is that this all should be at the same indentation. Okay. This all, whenever I'm writing this over here, else if, under else if, all should be at the same indentation level. Otherwise, it will create a issue. Now, those who are executing the program, they can execute this and see. Also, what is there? If you do not give this semicolon, it will not consider this as an if statement and it will throw an error. So those who are executing the program, kindly see that there is a colon given here, and you can give n number of printf statement or any statement with the same indentation level that I have given. Can you just execute the program and see? एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हो प्रोग्राम? आप आपके मोबाइल पे भी कर सकते हो जुपिटर यूज करके. After you are doing the programs, okay, done. I have got the messages. People are done with the program. Okay, somebody want me to do the program on Jupyter. Fine, I'll do it on Jupyter and show you. इतना कंप्लीट कर लेती हूँ, फिर जुपिटर पे वापस से बताती हूँ जिसको इश्यूज रहेगा. ओके, now come to loops. Okay, there are primarily two loops that are there. There is a while loop and there is a for loop. अब while loop का सिंपल प्रोग्राम हम लोग एग्जीक्यूट करके देखते हैं. while loop कैसे होता है? यहाँ पर हमारा जो इनिशियलाइजेशन कंडीशन, लाइक इन सी लैंग्वेज व्हाट वी हैड एन इनिशियलाइजेशन कंडीशन. We need to initialize whatever variable we are using. Then what condition need to be given, and after the condition is given, you can have n number of statement within that and either increment or decrement a particular variable. Fine. Same thing is applied here. We are using I equals to 1 while I is less than 6. The only difference that will come here is that there is a colon placed over here. Now I think सबका बेसिक सी प्रोग्रामिंग हो गया है. तो while loop में जैसा रहता है हमारा सी प्रोग्रामिंग का सेम कंडीशन अप्लाइड है, सिर्फ यहाँ पर आपका कोलन रहेगा और इसके पहले जो भी रहेगा तुम्हारी कंडीशंस तुम लोग प्लेस करोगे, एंड आफ्टर दैट यू गोइंग टू गिव द स्टेटमेंट. आफ्टर दैट यू कैन आइदर इंक्रीमेंट or decrement with the variable as it is. Now this I plus equals to 1 is equals to, see, I plus equals to 1 is equal to I plus plus, which is again equal to I equal to I plus 1. ठीक है, ये एक मेथड होता है जिस तरीके से हम लिखते हैं. Either you can write it in this way, I plus equal to 1, or you can write I plus plus, or you can write I equals to I plus 1. It's one and the same. Currently, I'm using the notation I plus equals to 1. So kindly execute this program and see what output you should get. You'll have the numbers that will be printed from 1 to 5. Since it will start, I will start from 1 and it is less than 6. So it will print till 5. Fine. Execute the program and see.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Done. Okay, you should get the output like this. I'll just show you. Python. You should get this output 1 to 5. Correct? किसी का बचा है? सबका हो चुका है प्रोग्राम? Okay, let's proceed. Now in this case, I can use a break statement. I'll comment this ऊपर का part. Wait a minute. Now you can use a break statement. As you can see, the arrow that I'm showing here, we can use break statement in your while loop. So the same program that I'm writing while I is less than 6, I need to print the count. If I is equal to 3, it should break. Okay. And again, increment. So what I want to actually show here is that as in a C program, you can also have a break statement used within the while program, while loop, as in your C program in Python program also. तो इसका देखो कैसे while loop के अंदर एक स्पेस इनसाइड मेरा प्रिंट रहेगा. ओके लेकिन while loop के अंदर ही मेरा if statement है. It is not that while loop and if loop are at the same level. It's not that. It is bit inside. That means this indentation has to be same. अब if loop के अंदर का क्या कोडिंग है कि break statement है. इसीलिए if के अंदर हम लोगों ने one space indentation given to the break statement as compared to the if loop. Now again when you are incrementing I, you can see I have taken it in the same level as your if and print statement. क्योंकि ये is a part, this I equals to I plus 1 is a part of your while loop, isn't it? So what we have done, we have placed print if and I equals to I plus 1 at the same level. Whereas this break, since it is a part of an if loop, it is placed one space inside the if statement. Okay. With this, it should break at I equals to 3 and come out of the loop. Kindly execute this program and see.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done?
Yeah.
What about diploma students?
Yes, ma'am. I'm diploma student.
Actually, you're a diploma student.
Yes.
B students are done?
मैम 2
After
मिनट
we
दो.
are done?
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah, do it. I'm waiting for you all because it should not happen that one person is left. B students, somebody reply to me so that I can proceed further.
I'm done.
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Fine. ठीक है अभी हम लोग नेस्टेड इफ का देखते हैं कंडीशन. अभी मैंने कैसे बताया था आपकी इफ रहेगा और उसके अंदर इफ रहेगा. ओके सो बेसिकली आई एम राइटिंग दिस प्रोग्राम टू चेक वेदर अ नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय 3 and 2. ओके देखो मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या है कि मुझे चेक करना है कि नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 3 से एंड 2 से है या नहीं. तो मैंने पहले क्या चेक किया कि नंबर 2 से डिविजिबल है क्या, मॉड्यूलर ऑपरेटर अप्लाई करके. इजंट इट? मॉड्यूलर ऑपरेटर क्या रिटर्न करता है, रिमाइंडर या क्वेश्चन? क्या रिटर्न करता है मॉड्यूलर? रिमाइंडर रहता है ना, तो इसीलिए हम लोगों ने 0 से कंपेयर किया है. इजंट इट? वरना हम लोग फ्लोर मॉड्यूलर यूज करते हैं जिसमें क्वेश्चन रिटर्न करता है. अभी हमें क्वेश्चन नहीं करना है, हमें रिमाइंडर करना है क्योंकि हम लोग चेक कर रहे हैं कि डिविजिबल है या नहीं. अगर कोई नंबर डिविजिबल रहेगा तो नेचुरली तुम्हारा रिमाइंडर 0 आ जाएगा. ठीक है तो अभी देखो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे क्या किया, नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 2 है क्या देखा है. अगर वो नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 2 रहेगा तो इसके अंदर वाले लूप में इफ कंडीशन में जाएगा. ठीक है फिर नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 3 है या नहीं देखेगा. अगर नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 3 रहेगा तो यहाँ पे प्रिंट कर दे नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 2 and 3 है. ठीक है अब इस इफ लूप का जो सेकेंड वाला इफ लूप है उसके साथ में मैंने एल्स लगाया है. when I'm putting this else, that means the number is not divisible by 3. Correct? If it is divisible, it has to go in this loop. If it is not divisible, then only it will go in else loop. But the number was divisible by 2 because this is nested if. Initially, it was this condition was satisfied. Now it is checking for the another condition. So else loop में वो देख रहा है divisible by 2 और not divisible by 2 है, by 3 है. Okay, तो यहाँ पर अगर उसको divisible if मिलता है तो यहाँ पर चला जाएगा print divisible, it is divisible by 3 and 2. Else it will say that it was divisible by 2 and not divisible by 3. Similarly else loop में, अब ये else वाला loop जो है मैंने कहाँ पर लगाया है, ऊपर वाले if के indentation के साथ में लगाया. You can see by cursor. आप मेरा कर्सर देख पा रहे हो?
यस मैम.
हाँ तो ये देखो ये वाला if और ये वाला else मैंने साथ में लगाया क्योंकि इन दोनों का कंडीशन एक साथ रहेगा. ओके indentation is very important. If you just miss that, your entire program will go wrong. See, by mistake if I put this else here, that means this if ka else will be this, which will be absolutely incorrect. Okay, so that's why I'm always focusing that put the indentation properly. तो ये वाला if मैंने इसके साथ में लगाया है और ये outer वाला if इस वाले else के साथ में लगाया. And then again we are checking if it is divisible by 3, then it should print that it is divisible by 3 and 2, else it is not divisible. Okay, so accordingly it is getting printed. Just type this program, people. सिंपल है, लॉजिक उसका सिंपल है. जस्ट fine. Done, everyone? Anybody a diploma student, can you just reply you all done?
In process, ma'am.
In process, okay, do it. B क्या हो गया है क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will wait for diploma student for 2 minutes, then we can proceed. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, all are done. Any issue now? अगर कुछ इशू रहेगा तो मुझे इसमें लिखना चैट बॉक्स में. I will just check it. Okay, all are done. Nobody is having any issue. Okay. और Jupyter का जिसको issue था, I will do it on the Jupyter once this entire session is over. Jupyter people can join by keep join. Rest all later can leave. Okay, not now. Okay, ठीक है. अभी हम लोगों ने देखा ये वाला प्रोग्राम हो गया हमारा nested if वाला. Okay. अभी हम लोग for प्रोग्राम देखते हैं. For how it is to be proceeded, because there are two loops in for two loops. One is while loop and another one is for loop. अब for loop क्या रहता है, इसके लिए आपको iteration over a sequence चाहिए. यानी क्या रहता है कि तुमको either list, tuple, dictionary, set of strings ऐसे कुछ चाहिए रहता. तो कल मैडम ने भी आपको लिया था कि टपल्स और लिस्ट क्या होता है. फिर भी इन शॉर्ट में बता देती हूँ कि लिस्ट क्या होता है. लिस्ट आर मोस्ट वर्सेटाइल ऑफ पाइथन कंपाउंड डेटा टाइप. ये एक डेटा टाइप है जिसमें आइटम्स रहते हैं. देखो आइटम्स रहते हैं. एंड द सेकंड पॉइंट सेज दैट सेपरेटेड बाय कॉमा एंड एनक्लोज्ड विद इन स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट. यानी इसमें आइटम्स रहते हैं जो कॉमा सेपरेटेड रहता है और स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में रहता है. दिस इज सिमिलर टू योर एरे इन सी. सी लैंग्वेज में जो एरे रहता है उसी की तरह रहता है. One of the difference between them is that all item belonging to list can be of different data type. तो जो square bracket में हम लोग list कर रहे हैं कंपल्सरी नहीं है कि सेम रहना चाहिए. It can happen that they can have different data type. Okay. The value stored in the list can be accessed using the slice operator. शायद कल ये मैडम ने लिया था कोलन ऑपरेटर आपको कि 1,3 ऐसे लिया था जिसमें उन्होंने बताया था कि क्या कैसे इंडेक्सेस हम लोग लिस्ट के यूज करते हैं. ठीक है. Indexes start at 0 in the beginning of the list, working their way to end -1. Okay, तो list हमारी 0 से start होती है. Plus sign in the list concatenate operator and the asterisk is the repetition operator. Fine. This was related to your list. Now come to your tuples. Tuples भी क्या रहता है, ये एक data type है. ये list के जैसे ही रहता है. That is similar to the list. A tuple consists of a number of values separated by commas. ये कैसे रहता है कि कॉमा सेपरेटेड रहता है जैसा हमारा लिस्ट रहता है. लेकिन टपल क्या रहता है, एनक्लोज विद इन पैरेंथेसिस. तो आप डिफरेंस देख रहे हो कि टपल्स में क्या है, कर्ली ब्रैकेट पैरेंथेसिस रहते हैं, वेयरएज लिस्ट में आपके स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट रहते हैं. ये मेजर डिफरेंस रहता है. और टपल्स कैन बी थॉट ऑफ रीड ओनली, वो रीड ओनली रहते हैं. तो मैंने ये बेसिक क्यों बताया, क्योंकि फॉर लूप में हमें क्या होता है, इटरेशन यूज करने के लिए लिस्ट, टपल, डिक्शनरी, स्ट्रिंग्स, इन सब की चीजों की जरूरत होती है. फाइन. देन ओनली योर फॉर लूप कैन प्रोसीड फर्दर. The second point says for loop is that this is less like the for keyword in the other programming language and works more like an iteration methods as found in object oriented programming. तो ये iteration method के जैसा रहता है object oriented programming के लिए. Okay. Now let's see this one diagram. So here you can see the for loop is for iteration variable in sequence statement. तो यहाँ पर जब एंट्री दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे वेरिएबल इन सीक्वेंस स्टेटमेंट दिख रहे हैं और फिर नॉर्मल कंडीशन अगर इफ नो मोर आइटम्स इन द सीक्वेंस इट विल कम आउट ऑफ द लूप जो नीचे सर्कल आ रहा है या फिर वो प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. Whereas अगर आप while loop देते हैं तो while loop में क्या रहता है हम लोग एक्सप्रेशन देते हैं जैसा अभी हम लोगों ने एक्सप्रेशन दिया राइट. तो ये जो इनपुट आ रहा है while loop को ये तुम्हारा एक्सप्रेशन है. अगर कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हो रही तो एग्जीक्यूशन में जा रहा है वरना वो बाहर आ रहा है. ठीक है. तो ओनली डिफरेंस बिटवीन योर फॉर लूप एंड योर while loop will be there. You will be giving some tuples list to a for loop, whereas for while loop you will be giving an expression. So let's see a simple program for your for loop. ठीक है. अगर मुझे for loop का एक सिंपल प्रोग्राम करना है अब मैंने एक पाइथन ये जो वर्ड है ये मैंने इस लेटर में डाला है. सो यू कैन सी फॉर लेटर इन पाइथन यानी फॉर लूप मैंने लगाया है इस लेटर पाइथन के लिए word python के लिए which is coming in the letter word. Okay. And what will happen one by one each word will be taken from this python word in the letter. Okay. So let's see how to execute this program. अब इसका आउटपुट कैसे आएगा आपको python पाइथन आएगा. क्यों ऐसा आएगा कि एक एक लेटर पाइथन वर्ड में से लेटर वर्ड में आ रहा है और वो प्रिंट हो रहा है. फाइन. सो सी हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू प्रोसीड. यू कैन सी python पाइथन प्रिंट हो रहा है. इसमें क्या हो रहा है हर एक वर्ड पाइथन में का इज कमिंग वन बाय वन इन द वर्ड लेटर and then it is going to print over here. So until and unless the entire word is over, it will go on checking for the words. Clear? Just execute this program.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Let us go for the next one, in which what we have done is that we are given the list. So you can see fruit एक हमें लिस्ट दी है जैसा मैंने अभी बताया कि हम लोग स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में हमारा लिस्ट रखेंगे और लिस्ट में से हमें एक एक आइटम अभी प्रिंट करना है. ठीक है. तो अब वो कैसे करेंगे देखो. लिस्ट fruit is a variable which is having this apple, banana, cherry, and then x in fruit. What is x is going to do? Each word it is going to take and then print it. अब प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में क्या था. प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में हमने एक ही वर्ड दिया था और उसमें से एक एक लेटर हम लोग यूज कर रहे थे. अब हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं लिस्ट में से एक एक वर्ड कैप्चर करके उसे प्रिंट करेंगे. ओके. सो इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. So you can see apple, banana, cherry. The entire thing is written. So basically, what I have taken this program to show the difference how to take one word at a time, one letter at a time. In case of list, you can take entire word at a time. That is apple, banana, cherry, or you can take a single letter as you have done in this Python previous program. You can take one letters. Execute the program and check.
Done, ma'am.
Now we can have nested for loop also. In this case, you can see as in a simple C language program, we have a nested for loop. Here also we have a nested for loop. The only thing is that in this indentation is there. पहला for loop बाहर होना चाहिए, next for loop थोड़ा सा अंदर होना चाहिए, and then you can have whatever statement you are giving. So you can see the first statement will come under the inside for loop, and the next statement will come on in the outside for loop, because the indentation is like that. Similarly, for while loop, you can have nested while loop in which one while loop is inside the another while loop. Fine. So let's do a simple program for that. Before that, I'll just take a simple program for if this for loop in which I'm going to reverse the string. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद में nested के लिए जाते हैं. Nested में क्योंकि हमें stars print करना है. So first I will take the reversing the program string. Here you can see I have taken an input that enter your string, and string 2 I have taken it as vacant. Fine. Now for loop for I in string. अब I in string मतलब क्या करेगा, वो जो भी तुम्हारा string variable में आएगा from an user input, it is going to take each word at a time and then place it in another string and then print the reverse string. Fine. So what it is doing, जैसा हमने पहले for loop में किया, एक एक letter at a time आएगा string variable से, जो कि हमारा input रहेगा command prompt से, और उसको concatenate कर रहे हैं हम लोग string 2 variable में, और string 2 को last पे हम लोग reverse बोलकर print कर रहे हैं. Fine. So what output you will get here is the reverse of the string. So I execute the program Python. Okay, please enter your string. So I'm giving enter string as computer. Okay, so you can see it has reversed the whatever I'm giving as an input to this program. So how it is working? Using your for loop. Just do this program and see. All are done?
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Take your time.
Done, ma'am.
May I know your class कौन सी B के है या फिर डिप्लोमा के? अभी किसका हो चुका है?
Diploma, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, fine. All are getting the answer?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. अभी while loop से आप try कर सकते हो? Just give a try using while loop, else I'll show you. Okay, let's see using while loop how we're going to do. Now, what I have told you, in while loop, we can have this condition I, in which you can have the length of the string, isn't it? Any number can be written. We can initialize it, then we can give within while loop a condition. So what we can do is that we can take this input string and find the length of the string. Okay, and it is always -1 because it starts from 0, isn't it? So you're going to take the length of the string, and then using while loop, while I is greater than 0, you can concatenate the string in the reverse order. So you can see, अगर I की length 5 रहेगी तो यहाँ पे string of 5, यानी if something like is there, HELLO, hello, ठीक है, तो पहले 0 word आएगा 1 2, fifth is 0, then 4 3 2 1, so on it will go on coming within this string variable in the reverse order. and then it is getting concatenated in string to variable, and then it is being printed. Can you all do this?
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's look at the, all are done? Anybody pending? All are done. Fine. Let's do the next program. Now I want to print stars, okay? 10 stars each have to print, okay? So how I'm going to do, I'm using a nested while loop in which I have initialized it to say 10, I and j value. While I is greater than 0, I'm going to take a j value of 10, and while j is greater than 0, I'm printing a star. इसका मतलब क्या कि मुझे स्टार प्रिंट करना है रो और कॉलम में 10 times. Okay, so see how I want the output is that okay, in a row I want 10 star, in a column I want 10 star. Okay, so how I'm proceeding for the same, I have used two while loop in which I am using I and j variable. Both I have initialized to 10. Fine. And then I don't want immediately, if I don't give this end with a space in it, what is going to happen is that every time when I give a star, it will come into next line. That means it will be something like this, star, like that. But which I don't want. What I want is that it should get printed in this way, star, 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 and so on. Fine. So what I've done, I have used this end with a space which indicates that I want the same line to be continued. Okay, until unless this loop is there. So until unless this loop is there, I will get printed all the rows with a star. Then after this condition is satisfied, it will go to the new line, and then again go for the while loop, in which again for the next line all stars will be printed. Can you just type this program and check? Is this program done by everyone?
Ma'am, 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am, done.
सबको आ रहा है करेक्ट?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
डन मैम.
तो आप इस तरीके से फॉर लूप और व्हाइल लूप के कॉम्बिनेशंस यूज कर सकते हैं. फाइन. So for today's session, I will end here. But for next session, what I want you all to print is that using nested for and while, if you can go through it, I just want you all to do it in this way, where I have a single star, then a double star, then 3 star, and so on, up till 10. You're getting what I want you all to do? ऐसे प्रिंट करना है. स्क्रीन दिख रही है सबको? तो आपको ऐसे प्रिंट करके ट्राई करना है. अगर आपको आता है तो वेल एंड गुड, अदरवाइज नेक्स्ट सेक्शन विल डू गो फॉर दिस आल्सो. ओके, एनीवन एनी इशू?
मैम फॉर लूप से करना है
यू
नहीं?
कैन यूज व्हाइल लूप आल्सो. फॉर लूप में देखो हम लोगों ने क्या बोला, लिस्ट और ये लगेगा, सो बेटर गो फॉर अ व्हाइल लूप. ओके,
Okay, ma'am. While loop be easy, na,
Yeah,
ma'am?
while loop will be easy.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Fine. Those who are working on Jupyter and had an issue, they all wait, and those who are done with all the programming, they can quit.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You can stop the recording actually.